Perhaps the most historically significant of the large-scale oils Miró produced in 1945, Femme Étoiles is an unquestionable masterpiece at the very heart of the David M. Solinger collection. Standing in front of this work, one has the feeling of emerging from the long dark of night, headed at last towards a brilliant new dawn of possibility. Painted on May 7th of 1945, this painting marks the very day that the German High Command signed an unconditional surrender at Rheims. This work chronicles the end of the Second World War, but also serves as a coda to the masterful Constellation series, which Miró begun in 1939. As the name of the series implies, the works belonging to Miró's constellations are often set against a background of muted washes and darker tones, evoking the night sky and providing a context for the abundant forms of women, birds, and stars that mingle within them. And Femme Étoiles presents an inherent dichotomy which speaks to the horror of conflict as well as the hope of freedom. With the composition's dueling expanses of light and dark, the alternately placid and menacing figures, and the balance of heavy and fine lines, the elements within Femme Étoiles come together to create a work that is at once enveloping and anticipatory, expressing a powerful lyricism rife with the poetics of tragedy and comedy. Refining the iconography of his earlier series, this work avoids density in favor of allowing more emphasis on its individual elements. A favorite cast of characters from Miró's visual lexicon appear in the present composition as an anthropomorphic figure of a woman floats at left, seemingly emanating from a gray portal at right. Suddenly, the main protagonist bears a small set of sharp teeth, another motif which would, in part, define the remaining works of the series. Though the war had come to an end in Europe, the harsh realities of Franco's fascist regime in Spain remained. While the impact of the composition on the whole is one of resounding eloquence, even calm, there exists a faint echo of antagonism. You have this kind of tension between something which is unbelievably beautiful, but also full of foreboding. The singular importance of Femme Étoiles is reflected in its inclusion in the Museum of Modern Art's historic 1993 Centennial exhibition, which was dedicated to Miró's legacy. This painting is also emblematic of the artistic dialogue between New York and Paris that existed in the early to mid 20th century. And it's a theme that runs throughout the David M. Solinger collection and is essential to its very formation. Post-war paintings by Arshile Gorky, Jackson Pollock, Robert Motherwell, they all share the sort of artistic DNA that runs through Miró's work. And it's clear what a profound influence Miró had, particularly among the generation of young artists who would become known as the abstract expressionists. Interestingly enough, the Solinger collection also contains a second oil by Miró, also from 1945, which focuses more on the female form as its subject, but in some ways contains even more expressive gestural painting along the lines of what would eventually become abstract expressionism. Together, these paintings illustrate the extent to which Miró is himself a cornerstone of the Solinger collection, but they also showcase the amazing versatility and variety that Miró was able to accomplish even within a single year of his career.